Capricorn, welcome to your Intimate Tarot reading, a reading that's good for the next several months. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. If you're new to my channel, you'd like to know why I read Intimate Tarot, specifically sexual energy, it'll be listed in the description box, yeah? These are considered bonus videos, so I rotate them about every 3 months or so, and they are a cornerstone Intimate Tarot is to this channel. I'm proud to provide them. However, that being said, if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. No big deal. I'll catch you in a couple of weeks. If you are someone who is not comfortable with the idea of sexual energy, sexual expression, with you as a person or within the context of your relationship, again, I want you to value your own time and don't watch something that you don't care for. All right? That's true with any tarot. There you go. So take what resonates, leave it as not, and reverse energies as it applies, yes? And for those of you who stick around, we'll see what we can see, and you let me know if it resonates with you or not. What's going on for you for that Capricorn sexual energy? Show me that Capricorn sexual energy, please. What's going on for Capricorn? We're going to look at the next several months for you. Show me Capricorn, please. Recent past, the Empress, that's lovely. Current, Page of Wands, crossing, Ace of Cups. Don't quite know what happened there, but you walked away from something. The one who's surrounding, Nine of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. There's a new incoming energy for you. Okay. I don't quite know what's going on for you, the Empress. I do know in your past sexual energy, it was very resplendent, which is always a gorgeous energy. The Empress is. Okay. In terms of sexual energy, it's tops. It really is. She honestly is. The Empress is. And it doesn't matter if you're male or female. This is someone whom we identify as being extremely productive. So in the sexual energy, that means someone who is loving, giving, unconditional, someone who knows their body very well and is very comfortable with their body, therefore their sexual expression. Okay, so when you are connected with somebody in that way, Capricorn, you really do give the best of yourself, and it is very strong and it's very instinctual. All right, and it's all encompassing too. That Empress energy is very wholesome, it's very cohesive. So that sexual energy is going to come from a place that says, I give my all, I give my everything, and it's unconditional. Again, the Empress is unconditional love. So long as she understood that she is loved, she can give all the best parts of herself. So this is someone who is very much comfortable with their body and how they express it, both in the physical world and in the sexual world. You better believe it. It's highly productive sexual energy, and it's loving, and it's graceful, it's wholesome, it's completed, it's healing, it's all that. It's gorgeous. Okay. So I can see where you were in terms of your sexual expression. You were very comfortable, I believe, with something or somebody. We fast forward a little bit. Your current energy is the opposite of that. Page of Wands. It went from everything to a little beep. And I immediately want to know why. Your energy already answered the question. Eight of Cups. Where you found your Empress energy, your sexual energy towards someone no longer is. Eight of Cups, you walked away from it. You reduced your energy from everything to nothing. Okay? Page of Wands is perfectly fine when you're introducing yourself in terms of your sexual expression. Hi, this is me. I noticed you. Want to know if I get your number? That kind of thing. It is really introductory energy that's a little excited, a little nervous, a little bit of inquiry. So we went from, oh, I know what's up. I know my body. I know what I like. I know what you like. I can make it happen. Okay. To Page of Wands. Dialed it backwards to 0. Or rather, I should say 1. And then I see why. Eight of Cups, you've emotionally disentangled yourself from someone whom you used to give your all to. That's the translation. It's looking like you have at least bare minimum walked away from someone whom you used to feel terribly, terribly comfortable with. And you gave the best of yourself with not just your sexual energy, but your whole personhood. Who, again, that's the Empress. Her whole person. Now I have someone around you, and I don't know where they are in your life yet. Wheel of Fortune. They may not have come in for you yet, but there's someone coming. Nine of Pentacles, someone who is single, independent, has a very strong sense of individuation. The Nine of Pentacles, as we know, and I say it all the time, is one of my top favorites in tarot, because Nine of Pentacles, if we keep on in that way, leads to the Empress energy, if it's enhanced. So the Nine of Pentacles has all the potential in the world. Someone who can cultivate their own garden. Someone who is terribly comfortable with what they're able to do and their abilities. They know how to grow things. They know how to navigate life. They know how to use their skills, which makes them independent. They can stand on their own 2 feet. Okay, they can earn their own income. And they can be chill in the garden of their own making because they know what they can do. Because they designed the damn garden, right? That's the whole idea of the Nine of Pentacles. It's beautiful energy. And there's someone who is under, that person's energy is incoming. It may not have presented itself yet. Okay? So we got a little backstory here and a little forward story too. You're struggling. The Nine of Swords, Tower, Justice. You will experience transformation. While I know things might seem unsteady for you now and kind of scary now and worrisome now with the Nine of Swords. Okay. You will experience radical transformation, the Tower, incoming, most likely energy, and Justice. You're going to understand the way things worked out the way they did for a reason. Okay? Your strengths. Death. Your sexual strengths. A couple ways I can interpret that. 1, you know how to finish what you start. Sexually speaking. Le petit morte, the little death orgasm. Congratulations. Not everybody possesses that skill. And I mean that literally, all jokes aside, honey. There's some people who just aren't equipped with that kind of energy or knowledge or know-how that says, oh, I know how to finish what I start, thank you. And so if you are coming from the Empress energy, no doubt, death could be your strength. Oh yeah. I know how to finish what I start, thank you. And for others of you, the ending of this connection has kind of put your sexual energy in a place that feels like it's stopped, or it's transforming, or it's just no-go right now. We'll see why. Obstacles, 5 of Cups, that's why. Pain. Yeah, still some pain in you. Just because you walked away from something doesn't mean you're not carrying around some cups, honey. That's normal. You can't quite feel the strengths of yourself. Compared to where you're coming from, yeah, I can see why you feel like you don't have many strengths right now, sexually or otherwise. Just because you walked away from something doesn't mean that you were ready for it or that you've fully come to terms with it. We all have residual stuff, honey. That's what 5 of Cups is. I don't know how you can be alive and not have that. I just don't. You still have some pain in you that has not allowed you to move your energy forward yet. And I can see where it's coming from. And it's not like you can just snap back into that Empress energy overnight. Right? That would be a hell of a thing. Yeah, you got some radical transformation coming your way, but Justice is correct. 6 of Swords, you will move on. You will move on. Trust the process. I don't quite know when this will introduce itself, okay? And if you will be in a place where you can accept it. But we shall see. Right now, you are going through a radical transformation. It looks like there is endings here. Separations. Emotional loss, and therefore I'm seeing a lack of sexual activity. Okay? We're going to see what's going on here. I'm going to start with the Empress. All right? Excuse me. Of course, you recognize this. I call it Big Red. This is the Tarot deck of Sexual Magic. Show me the Empress, please. 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 I don't know why I care about the tidiness. You know the big pile of mess of cards I make. King of Pentacles, that's you. 10 of Cups, my goodness. My goodness. Your sexual energy, your emotional energy was incredibly balanced in the past. It was gorgeous. Beautiful. You really knew yourself. You really knew yourself and had a great deal of confidence in your physical energy. Okay, some of you associate yourselves as being quite strong, actually. That's coming across very heavily. I feel like yeah. Be you a male or female, you were somebody who took a lot of pride in your physical aptitudes. Okay. You might have gone, I don't know why I'm getting this. I just keep seeing somebody work out lifting weights over and over again. I just keep seeing it. And it's in public. There's other people. So I'm connecting it to Jim. I don't know why. I just report, honey. I just report. You know, it's the difference between having intuition and reading cards. I do both. And what it's like I say this a lot so people might understand. It's like being in a dark tunnel and every now and again a flashlight turns on and I see something. That doesn't mean I have the full context of it. I get a little flash. I got a little flash of a Capricorn just going like this, like a Bowflex. Like this, possibly. Or it's the motion of the weights over and over again. Like your back is ripped. I keep seeing it over and over again. It's so strong. It's like I can touch it. It's almost like it's my memory. And that's how strong it is. So I'm looking at a Capricorn. You really identified as someone who had a great deal of physical aptitude, physical strengths. Like a lot. You might even been referred to as a gym rat. Yeah. Please don't mind my laughing. Dear God, people get so upset when I laugh. Real person, real life. Real tarot, real life. I also have a sense of humor, and I always try to inject some levity when I can. Okay? That's part of who I am, so please don't be offended by my laughing. Okay? I had somebody crying emojis in Aquarius' video the other day. You're laughing, I'm dying in pain. And I'm like, honey, you're taking this in a weird space, so please don't take it to a weird space. That's all I'm asking. But yeah, I see a Capricorn here that you were well developed in your physical energy, even if you weren't even if you don't identify with weight training, you did something, you were very proud of your body. Very proud. Okay. And I'm not saying that was the 100% basis of your sexual energy, but it was kind of like what it's coming across to me, Capricorn, is that when you were in physical form, you were in the prime of a Ten of Cups relationship. Everything just feels on point. Your physical energy, your emotional energy, and your sexual energy. It was like the trifecta. So the King of Pentacles here, as I say all the time, of course they are all about, the King, Queen of Pentacles is self-love, self-nurturing, self-care. And that includes your sexual energy. That means by alone on that premise, you were very comfortable with your body. You trained it. You disciplined it. You knew who you were in terms of sexual confidence. Your emotionality was on point, and this is true if you're a cross-watcher and you're not familiar with the earth energy. When the physical world is correct for the earth signs, their emotionality reflects it. Okay? So the more positive their physical world, the more positive their emotional and sexual world too. Okay? So I'm seeing the trifecta of your energy. It's on point. It was glorious, and it was gorgeous. I'm doing this for a reason. I'm trying to understand your background now because I can see separation from these concepts. I want to get you back here. And I think you want to be back here too. You have transformation coming up. You have an incoming energy. Let's see what you do with it. Because I see something happened. Okay? And it's already on your downline. Where you were. And what it feels like you have. Everything, nothing. So that earth energy is no joke. You put a lot of yourself into your physical world. Okay? As a water sign, it's the opposite. The more I can strongly feel about something, the more I can create it in my physical world. See what I'm saying? For you, it's the other way around. Okay. Page of Wands. Hell of a comparison. Everything, and we dial back that. So I don't know who walked away from who. I don't know. I don't. I just want to get you back to this place. Not necessarily with that person. You understand? I don't care about who said what. I might see that. I don't know. Tarot is often unpredictable. Spirit's going to show me what they think is the most imperative thing for you to understand. Okay. Show me that Page of Wands, please. Show me that Page of Wands. I haven't gotten specifics for you in a long time, have I? Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, there you are. You want to get back to it too. You do. You do. It really feels like you got knocked all the way back. And you want to get back to a space of a solid offer, Ace of Pentacles, still being in that Queen of Pentacles energy with the Lovers here. You want the full thing again too. You do. But now it's being expressed on a page and there's 8 of Cups crossing this. Show me that 8 of Cups, please. You are interested, let's make this clear, in a strong new offer and a strong new connection. One that puts you back into that state of grace energy. King and Queen of Pentacles, right? 8 of Cups here. Show me this 8 of Cups, please. That's beautiful energy. You want it to be resplendent again. You want it to be whole and connected again. You want a strong union again. I understand that, but here's the ending right there. Boom. I don't know who did it. I don't care. I don't know who said what. I don't know who did what. I don't care. This is about you. It doesn't matter. You can go ahead and sit there and scream at me. Yes, it does. They walked away. They fucked up everything. They messed up. I had everything. Okay. That's not true. Of course it's true. But if it's no longer yours, it's no longer yours. My interest is getting you back into a good space. I can't do that for you. I can give you the information as much as I can. And it's up to you to do with it after that. Yes. You very much want to, but cannot. You got knocked all the way backwards. You went from a 10 back to a 1. Okay? In terms of energetic expression. So, on your baseline, your current energy, a radical change from where you were. And you would still hope for it, as you should. You still hope for that, but something even better and stronger and more than it was, perhaps. Right? We're not ready to go beyond a page yet. You want to? I see your want, and it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, the Lovers. It's, I must admit, it's a couple steps up even from this. And this was already glorious to begin with. You heard me. This is just as beautiful, has just as much value. Right? But it's a page now. You're having to open back up to it. And I know you want to. But you're getting through this. 8 of Cups to the 10 of Swords. So again, who operated the ending? Who did it? Who said it? I don't know. I just want to get you back to what you want. So I don't want to focus on this. I know it was painful. And I'm sorry if you experienced loss to this magnitude. And you can get back to this so long as you believe that you can. I know you have a strong reference point, so I know you know it's achievable. And if you did it once, Capricorn, you can do it again. Just with someone else. And you know that. You know that. It's right here. I see you looking at it. An Ace of Pentacles, a Lover. It's like, you know what? I had this. I could have even more. Next time it'll be even stronger. Right? Which is very much your mentality. It's one of your pros. Okay? We can build it bigger and better than it was. Just not necessarily with this person. Right? And there is an opportunity here. There seems to be some incoming energy for you. 9 of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. I don't know that it's introduced itself yet. Okay? But something's coming. Show me that 9 of Pentacles, please. Show me that 9 of Pentacles, please. And if you are dealing with a fellow earth sign back here, you need to figure out who's who. Okay? Because that earth energy is so immersive, and it is, you really have to figure out who's who. Alright? So if you're dealing with a Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, You got to tease out who is who. Because someone here was greatly satisfied. The other person wasn't. Okay. Moving on. Nine of Pentacles, the Magician. Two of Pentacles. Manifestation, Queen of Wands. Yes. There's some incoming energy for you. They seem to be resonating with your energy, or they will be soon. There's some confusion about their entry. Let's take a look at that. The Wheel of Fortune. They have very strong fire aspects attached to them. They are very attractive. That's all I know. This person's very attractive. They probably believe heavily also in the spiritual arts. And by spiritual arts, I mean stuff like this. They have that energy attached to them. Or their arrival is simply a matter of divine timing. Wheel of Fortune and the Magician. That's kind of divine timing stuff. All I'm missing is judgment. Okay? The Wheel of Fortune. Let's see if Spirit will humor me and we can narrow that down a little bit. I hate the vague stuff, honey. You know I do, but sometimes that's just how life is. Real tarot, real life. It's literally the motto, honey, and it's going on my t-shirts. More on that later. Wheel of Fortune. Show me the Wheel of Fortune, please. Show me the Wheel of Fortune. The confusion element, I can't say I'm surprised. I know that this person has a great deal of attraction attached to their energy, as well as a strong sense of independence. They might have some very strong Aries, Leo, Sag in their energy, as well as just someone who is very attractive and very independent. They got a little fire attached to them. King of Swords, determination, the Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Wands. They have not come in yet. They have not come in yet. Not just yet. Not just yet. You have some more exiting energy. I don't believe this person's available in your world just yet. They haven't come in yet. I don't think so. It is a matter of time. I see that. The King of Swords, the determination, the Wheel of Fortune. We haven't completely spun in this person's direction yet. We still have some closing out to do. I got some decade difficult energy that has not allowed this to come in just yet. So it is kind of a divine timing thing. Just please know that there is something here. And it could be that you do know this person, but you won't make advances to them until you know your energy is more clear. That could be it as well. Someone who meets those qualifications, the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. Okay? Perhaps in your estimation the timing is not right if you do know who this person is. I don't know. Some of you are exiting Libra. Some of you might be entering Libra. No pun intended. Okay. Let's keep on. I'll get back to this. I don't think I'm quite done with it unless, of course, I see their energy again. Nine of Swords. Yes, the pain, the confusion, the Tower, radical transformation, justice. There's something here you're learning, even if you're learning the hard way, that this was a transition that was necessary. Okay. Show me this Nine of Swords, please. Show me this Nine of Swords. Your sexual energy is not being expressed at this time, and that's one of the things that kind of stresses you out because you feel that it should be there, but you can't quite feel it, and I have to insist just because a great deal of your actual confidence has been hurt. You know? Your physical world was so strong to you, and thus your emotional world was too. So you're missing one, you're missing the other. That's what I'm saying. Nine of Swords, it's kind of like, what happened, what happened, what happened? I was so confident in myself and what I had and everything I was about. Show me that Nine of Swords, please. Show me that Nine of Swords. You wonder if your game's off. Can you do this again? Can you open yourself up that way again? Are you able to put yourself out there, sexually or otherwise? Nine of Swords. The Lovers, you want to. The Fool, you very much desire to. Okay, so your sexual energy is trying to wake up, honey. It's kind of hard to hear it through all the noise. The sound and the fury that is the Nine of Swords. Ugh. And that is sound and fury. You know. And it is here. So you kind of do know who this person is, don't you? Did I say the universe hasn't introduced them to you yet? Or the timing's not right? The Lovers is here twice. I see you over here. Contemplation. I can have this again, but even better. But I'm still dealing with a ton of pain. Okay? But it could be. Right? Now I have a Lovers over here with the Fool. So it's looking less hypothetical and more like possible. You want to open up to this. So perhaps then you do know who that is. The Fool, the Lovers, ready to open up on a new journey. Does it stress you out? Yes, it does. It's hard to start over. But your sexual energy that you are feeling here is also spiritually linked. These two are both very spiritual cards. The Fool cannot begin his journey without a spiritual belief that he'll be okay, fundamentally that he'll be alright. And the Lovers is a divine union. So often why I do intimate tarot, I want people to see how their sexuality is in fact tied to their spirituality, because it's part of their personhood. That's why I do these. I see it all the time. A lot of people have no idea. They just think sex is somehow separated from who they are. In fact, it's a big part of who they are. Is it 100%? Of course it fucking isn't. You're a whole human being. But that doesn't mean we should neglect these energies either. Like I said, the more you know. Your spiritual and sexual energy is ready to open up to a new adventure. You're finding it stressful because it comes from pain. So yeah, there's some trepidation here. And yet, I have to insist, the bigger part of you wants to wake up. I'm seeing the Capricorn mentality at its finest. This is where I'm coming from. I could do it again, but even better. Watch me. Not yet. I'm still in pain. There might be a potential over here, but I don't know I'm ready for it. But I know that they're there. First I wasn't quite sure. You might know who they are, but you're not allowing it yet. That's going to start to shift. Could still be introductory. But given now that the Lovers is so sharp in your focus and that your energy has started to spike relatively soon here in the fall, it's not so incidental then. Your sexual energy is waking back up, and I have to point out, this is often the first indicators to us as human beings that it's time to move forward. It's not the only marker. If I'm being honest with you, a lot of people develop feelings first and sexuality later. And that can have a lot of pitfalls. Okay? That's why fire is a good instinct, as opposed to putting your waters forward first. Okay? It's much more egregious to become emotionally attached first. So I like your call. I like that you're trying to heed the call. Okay? We still have some transformational energy here. You're not just trying to put your cups out there, I believe, but you do want to honor your spirit. And you do want to honor this sense of higher connectivity, which you were already convinced you could re-enter back here. Just not yet. I like your spirit. I am seeing that Capricorn spirit. I remember what I had. I'm devastated. I can get back there, but even better, I can and I will. And that's very much your spirit talking. Okay. So I hope you heed that. The Tower. Show me this, please. Show me this Tower, please. FYI, if it stresses you out that you understand your person has moved on, it's not your business. That's for some of you. That's for some of you, not all of you. I'm concentrating on you. But for some of you, yes. You're watching your person move on while you're having a hard time with it and it stresses you out. It's not your business. Not anymore. They do what they do. You need to do what you need to do. Show me the Tower, please. Show me the Tower, please. Dead center reading. Stars. Radical transformation of your desires in 6 of Cups. Good. 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 There's something in you that recognizes a spiritual connection that may not have been there in the past. You were very, very comfortable with it, and you were very, very happy with it. But there's something there about the spiritual union you're waking up to that says this is why it could be stronger. I could meet someone who's more like me. I agree. I like that. I do. Because now you're showing me heavy aspects of spirituality. Where over here you were very, very pleased. Very much at home, very pleased. But it's interesting, that little Page of Wands, so unassuming, so unassuming. So little. Little Capricorn. So I could do it again, but better. I want to know what your version of better is, and you keep coming back to the spirituality. The Stars, the Lovers twice, the Fool. You have this kind of radicalization of energy that a spirit bond or a soul bond is the thing. That you desire very much connectivity at the soul level, as opposed to, I'm just really happy in my relationship. There's something there. It's like you said, I want a soul bond to the universe, and you're trying to open up to it. Show me justice. There's something here, or rather I should say there's someone here. That energy's not incidental. I don't know if it's this person. Show me justice, please. Show me justice, please. Show me justice. The High Priestess. 5 of Cups. 3 of Swords. You understand and that you need to do right by you, and you need to get in touch with your intuition in order to heal your pain. You've got 5 of Cups twice, okay? So you have, despite your lovely, strong inclination, Capricorn, a stronger union. One that's more spiritually based and in values that you could understand. In a way that has a stronger pull to you, okay? Something that you can connect with on a deeper level. You very much desire that, okay? But you need to do right by you. And listening to yourself and your intuition to overcome the pain and the disappointments, for there are many. You need to balance with yourself first. You are being pulled in a particular direction. I see it. You feel it. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I don't see you rejecting this energy. I don't. I don't see you rejecting this energy. I see you trying to come to terms with it, how strong it is, why it pulls you. Is this what you want? Trying to open yourself up to it because, you know, once bitten, twice shy, that kind of thing. Trust the process. Because your dead center reading suggests there's something, or rather someone here, that can open you up into the kind of connectivity that you value, or you have learned to value. Right? Something that's more bonded, something that's more personal, and speaks to you emotionally, sexually, and spiritually. It's deep, it's loving, it's more felt than spoken. Which, yes, death, please. Show me death, please. Some of you might be going through a celibacy period as well. I forgot to mention. Normal. Especially if you have Scorpio in your chart. That's very common for Scorpio to do. They don't just jump cups, as I often say. I often go through a celibacy period between major relationships. Okay. And some of you, yes, you might be going through a celibacy period. Absolutely. And you consider that a strength, and in which case I agree with you. It's always good. It's kind of like a refresher of your spiritual and sexual energy. I can't emphasize that enough. Not enough people are in tune with those concepts, and it drives me crazy. Again, another reason why I do this. I repeat myself, I understand that. It's not just for my benefit, honey. There will be people who refuse to hear me no matter how many times I say it. But yeah, it's when we go into a place of celibacy, okay, with our sexual energy, it says I'm kind of recommanding my energy, putting it back into myself and only myself. I'm not interested in expressing it because there are things I need to understand about me, what I'm doing, my drives, my motivations. I'm conserving all of my energy, even including my sexual energy. Okay? And this is a really excellent way to refresh our spiritual selves by giving to no one in that way. It's not meant to be selfish. It's meant to be a learning thing. It's literally a transformation of your energy. Okay? When you can withhold it, reserve it, conserve it. It's not out of spite or meanness. It's simply, I need to withhold the best of myself for a while. Okay? And that way, when I'm ready, I know I'm ready. So yeah, there's a very good chance you identify as a Capricorn who's going through a celibacy period. And that's why you consider it a strength. Knight of Swords. Knight of Cups. It's not that you don't have the feeling, honey. They're there. Okay? And in time, you will move in accordance to your feelings. Just not yet. You seem to know this. That's good. Good job. I mean that. You have to know these things about yourself. You have to trust your intuition, and so you are. I see you, and I see it. There's something here in your sphere that kind of calls to you and beckons you. You try to engage in it because it does seem to be coming or presenting itself in its form of spiritual first. Now, don't get me wrong, this person's very attractive. But that's not why you're engaging in it. In fact, I don't see you engaging with them sexually at all. It's like you're trying to connect with them spiritually before anything else. And I respect that. Okay? Because that's what you want. And it does seem to be what you're achieving. So I can see why you're withholding your physical energy, right? You don't want to confuse your sexual energy with, emotional happiness. It's like you want to be spiritually connected to someone first, and again, I respect that. This is one of the more complicated ones for you. It really is. Typically, I praise your sign because yours tends to be so very efficient, which again, I cannot begin to tell you how much I appreciate. I have to do the water next. Do you know how hard it is to read water signs and sexual energy? Because we put our feeling into everything. Everything. And so I have to tease out the feeling versus the reality versus the blah, blah, blah. So with Capricorn, it's typically, oh, this is what's going on. This is what's going on. This is what's going on. You already know what's up. I'll see you in a couple weeks, right? So this one is much more complex in terms of your emotional experiences and the layers behind it, what you're learning. Why? It's like I'm learning with you, honey, because I typically don't see this kind of stuff for you. It's like I'm learning with you. It's so exploratory. And it's so invested in the right ways. And I understand that you're coming from a place of tragedy and sadness, but that's what I'm saying. You're learning in all the right ways, in all the critical areas. And I know it's frustrating, and this is not going to be an overnight thing, but also I don't see the pressure of time on you either. So don't pressure yourself. That's what I'm saying. If this is where you are connecting somebody through your spiritual existence, but not necessarily through your sexual energy, okay? Then you're doing a good job of it. And you're kind of like, I'll let that side out of me when it's time. And also, I kind of trust myself to know when it's time. Right now is not that time. Now is not that time. I still have pain in me, and I damn well know it. Justice. I need to do right by me. Listen to my intuition. Okay? I'm going to develop my connections spiritually first. emotionally first. All right? I understand your process, and that, there you go. If that works for you, and it seems like it is, then the universe is trying to answer you. So that would kind of explain this. I have someone over here that meets these qualifications. Independent, fierce, unapologetic, fiery, hot. Wheel of Fortune, King of Swords, Ten of Wands. It's not time. I'm not ready, it's not time, or they have not been introduced to you right now. I'm leaning towards it's not time for you. Death is under your strengths. You consider it a strength to not engage sexually. I respect that. But you're also telling me with the 2 most active nights here, I know when to be. Or when I feel more comfortable, or I feel like I can be more vulnerable with the Knight of Cups, because Knight of Cups is vulnerability. You can literally see it, and it's one of the reasons why I like the Knight of Cups in this deck so much, is that it's literally the emotional discovery process, and it does require a certain level of vulnerability and feeling naked and being discovered. It's a hard thing to discover someone emotionally, especially if you don't feel ready. And you want it to feel like a good process of being romantic and open and lovely. And not, oh, this person's coming for me and my secrets and my feelings, right? You don't want to feel attacked. You want it to be correct. So it's kind of like when I know I can be vulnerable in that way, I'll know what to do. Until then, I'm not physically engaging. You are emotionally engaging with somebody. And it feels good. Your obstacles is that you understand, as in back here, that 5 of Cups now here twice, that you have work to do. And I agree with you. You do have work to do. It's under your obstacles, but I'll give you this. It's a known obstacle. I'd rather it be an obstacle you know than one that you don't. Okay? Show me this 5 of Cups, please. The sadness. Show me this 5 of Cups, please. I wonder if I dare be so bold as to label your video celibate. Good God, how many thumbs down will that get? You'd be surprised. Maybe you've done it yourself. How many people will thumbs down a video just because the title alone pisses them off, or it's too vague, or it doesn't make sense? That it's just people get so... It's not immediately obvious what this is about. And I can just see that pissing somebody off. The celibate Capricorn. I can just see that pissing somebody off somewhere. Could be your cross watchers too. Justice, there it is again. Twice for you. It's the eternal knowledge. Okay, you want your next 2 of Cups to be correct. Justified, correct, balanced. And you still have some cleanup work to do with that 5 of Cups. Yet I'm maintaining it, says Capricorn. You're doing exactly that. It is happening. The cleanup is happening. Your lessons are being learned. You are understanding how to better balance with yourself in terms of what it is you want to experience first. Okay, and then the physical world will catch up with you. So again, with that earth energy, when your physical world is on point, your emotions are on point. There's something about that you don't want that to be a reflection in your next go-around. Okay? You want the spiritual connection first. It's interesting. I like that. With the 5 of Cups, 2 of Cups, Justice, and the obstacles we still have. Yes. You know it. You're aware of it. You want your next 2 of Cups to be correct. Hence why I saw it back here with Justice already. The 5 of Cups, the cleanup process has begun and continues on. It resumes. Okay? Again, I'd rather it be the obstacle you know than the one that you don't. FYI, since Libra's power card has shown up several times, particularly in the obstacles position, I am required to report that the exiting energy might have been Libra. Doesn't have to be. But it's just because it's there, I want you to know. And then we also have possibly future influences of Aquarius, Gemini, possibly Scorpio. Yeah, Gemini's here twice. Earth, fellow Earth energy, as I've already pointed out. Okay. Okay, 6 of Swords, moving on. I hope so. I do. I hope so. You seem to be aware of what's going on. 6 of Swords, moving away from and or moving forward and into calmer waters. Show me the 6 of Swords, please. Now mind you, this is good for the next several months. It's not conclusive. It's not meant to be. Real tarot is timeless. 2 of Swords, 6 of Swords, you're still resolved. There's confusion here. You don't know everything, but your intuition is still telling you to move forward correct. Okay? It's kind of Emperor. You're insisting upon it. You might have some very strong Aries in your chart. You are moving forward and getting on with your life. And you are going to continue in this kind of steady development pattern for a while. I see you connecting. I'm sorry. I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke up your ass and say, hey, Capricorn, guess what? This really tragic ending occurred, and in next month you're going to get married. What the fuck? No, we don't do that. What I'm giving you is realistic feedback here about the process that you can expect over the next several months, but keep that in mind. Tarot doesn't dictate action. You do. You can change the pace of things anytime of your choosing. You can choose a completely different alternative. You can choose to cling and hold on to this. I don't recommend that. And I don't see it. You haven't shown me the 4 of Pentacles once. Good. Okay, I have not seen fluctuating in and out energy for you. You understand that this thing is over. Okay? Some of you are going to be tempted to check in on your person. They see how they move on and it stresses you out. Please don't do that. That's a small portion of you. The others of you, you have an energy that will be made available to you, or you know is, and you choose not to engage in it on the physical level. It's kind of like friends first. Not friends. I don't see the 3 of Pentacles. What I mean is bond first. That's what I mean. You want the bond first. The hopes and the desires. And someone who, I can see that you know what it's like to have a strong physical world. The one you took so much pride and strength in. And it's like, I've done that, I've had that, and now I want the bond. I want a real spiritual bond. Because I feel like if this person was my true spiritual bond, it doesn't matter how strong my physical world was, it wouldn't have ended like it did. So I want the bond first, and the reality second. Something like that. Just be mindful of that, please. Like I said, I already gave you the comparative view of what it is to be a strong water sign. Hi, I'm a triple Scorpio. What it is to put your emotions forward before you develop anything else. So please be cautious of that too. Okay? You know what it's like to build in the cup first and the reality second. There's just as much danger. Okay? Of investing from an emotional space before anything else. You can still get hurt. So, I respect your process of celibacy. I respect your process of wanting something bigger. I saw it back here. I saw you. I can make it bigger next time. Better next time. I know you can. I believe you. I don't argue with you at all. I know you can. It's one of your superpowers. I don't doubt your conviction whatsoever. You want the spiritual bond. You want the emotional bond first. And not lean so heavily on your real world to tell you what's going on. Okay? To dictate your spirituality, your emotions. I understand. I respect that. Just please know that if you're going to bond with somebody on that level, they need to reflect where you are energetically. Okay? Trust the process. Trust your intuition. You seem to be doing a pretty good job of that. I see you doing a lot of cleaning up and damage control. And there's this insistence in you, I have to move forward, and I will. And I like that. Bravo. Good spirit to have. The Emperor. 6 of Swords twice. You can't really screw that up. Standing in your power, insisting on that you move forward by hook or by crook. You're going to do it. And I agree with you. You know, that's, again, the energy of yours. Look at that. Moving on, moving forward. Moving on, moving forward. I say so. I say so. So Capricorn speaketh, so shall it be. Very good. I want to see if I can pick up more on this energy. I don't know if you're bypassing this person altogether. I'm not convinced of that. It's like you recognize the physical attraction, you recognize the beauty of this person's energy and the intensity of it, but that's not what you're focusing on. You're putting the bond first. And it's kind of like, if I can't spiritually bond with you, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter how attracted I am to you. It doesn't matter, does it? I know what that's about. Next time I invest in someone, it needs to be coming from a stronger place of conviction and not just, I have a really good empire or I have a strong foundation or whatever. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can get some. Where are we on time? Really? What? No way. Huh. Look at that. Okay. Show me this, please. I want to know a little bit more about this Nine of Pentacles. The Magician, they kind of have some confidence surrounding their energy. Like, I know what's up, I know what to do, I know how to do it. I got the skills, I got the tools, I got the job. Something like that. Something like that. Yes, their sexual energy is based on knowing themselves. They have a lot of confidence in that area too. And it comes from a place of personal conviction. They have experience with the Nine of Pentacles. They're not uncomfortable with their bodies. They're not uncomfortable with their sexual energy. But again, that doesn't seem to be your focus. Again, it's kind of like, I'm not focusing on that. I'm celibate by choice. I'm more interested in developing the spiritual bond. And you're kind of like, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. I'm not ready to cross the bridge. You know what I mean? You want it to be correct. The next Two of Cups you have, and it may not necessarily be with this person, but I just know you want it to be correct and you don't want to carry a bunch of pain with you before you enter the physical world. So you're going to continue to, with this person sexually, you're going to continue to move on in this way. I'm not seeing a definitive outcome. We'll check up on you again. This is, again, Intimate Tarots roughly every 3 months, so late December, early January. Oh, around your birth season. Yeah, around your birthday season should be the next round. We'll check up on you, see what's going on. As I was focusing on your timeline, the Five of Cups for some of you 5 months from now. Okay. The Magician, in terms of being attached to this person, you could have met them 5 months ago, or you will 5 months from now. Ace of Swords, correct. Ace of Swords, correct. This person's energy was either introduced to you possibly 5 months ago or 5 months from now. When will Capricorn see more development in their energy? Some of you, 9 weeks. Some of you, October. Others of you, not till Sagittarius season. Some of you not till next May. Sorry, don't shoot the messenger, honey. These things take time. But if you resonate with this, you already know that. You don't look like you're in a rush. You're telling me you know what to do when you can feel vulnerable again. But right now you're not interested in physical relationship, correct? You want it to come from the heart space or the spiritual space first, of your best intentions and of your best heart. And right now you don't have your best heart to present. You know that. So it's kind of like, I'm happy to develop the bond with you, but I'm not in the space to give you my physical energy. And if that's true, then that's true. Just speak your truth. Okay? If that's where you're at, then that's where you are. That's really it. That's non-negotiable. Yeah, you're focusing on your self-pleasures right now, Nine of Cups. It's like I am my own best company, sexually or otherwise. Nine of Cups, this is very individual pleasure energy. Okay? You seem to be satisfied with where you are personally, and that seems to be the majority of your interest. I'm also seeing that kind of reflection energy of thyself here in September. Okay? Okay. I'm the Fool. Yeah, I know. There's that spiritual energy again. That's just what you're feeling called to right now. That's just what you're feeling called to right now. It's like you don't seem to mind developing a bond with somebody, but you're not there for the physical energy. Not for that. And that's okay. If that's where you are, then that's where you are. Just as long as you learn on the way. That way you know you're making progress, yeah? Slowly but surely you continue to dedicate forward. This is what I want to know. This. And I know I said I don't care, and I don't care. It's just, it's such a radical shift of energy. It's such a radical shift of from having everything to not. It is so bizarre. And sometimes I can see giant gaps like that in tarot. It was something that slowly deteriorated over time, but you didn't notice it because you still felt relatively good about it. And again, it could be with a fellow earth sign. You always had a certain level of confidence in this connection, so you didn't really question it. You didn't really question it. It was that Ten of Cups again. And that was the last time you felt vulnerable. Literally, that was the last time you felt vulnerable. I see. That was the last time you felt vulnerable. Literally, that's you with the vulnerability, as we were discussing, was with that Ten of Cups that you opened up with. It's like you didn't notice it. You were so comfortable in it. Again, that comfort level was so high, and you were so very pleased. It was like everything was squared away. It was the last time you felt vulnerable. What the hell happened? I mean, I know I said it wasn't important, so I apologize. Conflict, Seven of Cups, Five of Wands. Okay. There's frustration here. I don't know from which side of the fence. Sexual frustration, arguments. Somebody, the love energy here wasn't smooth. The love energy here was not smooth at all. There was some frustration tied to the other person. I don't know why. There's a lot of frustration tied to someone else in their love energy. That was too soft and undefined, and then sometimes combative and aggressive. Their love energy wasn't clear, and they were frustrated by something. I don't know. But if you do, then if you resonate with this, then you already know. Yes. Gemini energy. Somebody had a feeling, I don't know how many of this it applies to, that there was someone else. I don't know how strong the feeling went. I don't know how far it ran. I don't know how deep the issue was. I don't know. But somebody had the feeling that there was something hovering around somebody's cups, yours or theirs. Some sort of influence. Okay? That's where the frustration came from. It looks like. Somebody was interfering with somebody else's cups. Yours, theirs, the both of you. I don't know. Okay? And what was otherwise somebody, you, had outstanding confidence in the physical space that was created. Okay? But yes, somebody felt like their cups were influenced. I can't see a solid definitive to that, so it varies for each of you what that looks like. But it seems to be enough that it played out the way that it did. And it didn't matter what the reassurances were, it still ended up the way it did. The arguments, regardless. I don't know. But the accusation's there. but it's fuzzy and I can't see it. But the other person had a feeling, whether or not that feeling was true or not, or based in reality, it was enough to break it. So, that kind of thing. I want to get more specifics on this person. I really did try, Capricorn, but that doesn't seem to be your imperative either. It really doesn't. I keep coming up against that as your personal truth over and over again. The physical part isn't important. I've already done that. The next connection I have needs to be stronger, and I don't want to question the investment at all. In fact, I think I want the spiritual bond first, someone I can speak to without actually opening my mouth, because that keeps coming up. Someone who I can tune into, you know. And then after that, we'll see. Indeed, we will see. This is a horribly impractical oracle deck. Someone sent it to me. It's not that I'm not grateful for it. It actually has really good messages. Otherwise, I wouldn't be using it or humoring it whatsoever. But the person who created it, I don't think quite understands how shuffling works. As I was explaining to Virgo and Taurus. Check this out. So while I like the messages, there is no reason on planet Earth why I should be humoring this at all. Watch this. Like I said, if it weren't for the messages in it, I wouldn't humor it at all. Can you give me some advice, please, to Capricorn? Otherwise, it's a beautiful oracle. But I don't think a tarot person actually made this. Because if they did, they wouldn't have made it arts. And I know you appreciate this. That's horribly impractical. This is an impractical design, yes? You agree with me, yes? I may not be Earth, honey, but I got that part. This is not practical. But I keep trying to be on the lookout for oracle decks that really reflect new love energy, romantic energy, sexual energy, and they're not easy to come by. Obviously, honey, I'm going to have to create one at some point because, you know. Any advice, please? Sacred admirers, someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. Yes. Look inside yourself, examine what is causing you to feel this way, and so you are doing. I'm preaching to the choir at this point. Wait, don't rush it, allow nature to take its course. Boom. Okay. Those both apply to you perfectly in this reading, without a doubt. Beautiful images on the outside, so just in case any of these images resonate with you, I want you to see them. But here we have the growing. Look inside yourself. You can develop who you are. Okay. You have your own growth inside you that you need to achieve. Yes? And then wait. You don't need to rush into it. So that kind of tells me the shadow of this person lingers, but not so much a shadow as their spiritual energy. It doesn't seem to be rushing outward anytime soon. They could very well be someone who have certain feelings to you, and they come off very strongly in the physical form, and that's where you seem to be the least appealed to at this time. Okay, but I don't think they're a bad person. On the contrary, they actually have a lot of positive, strong aspects, and your energy's kind of like, thank you, but not like that, not right now. This is where I'm at. But I'd like to develop some sort of bond with you. And I don't know how you put that into words, but, you know, you let me know as you see fit. Okay, is there anything else here, please? You deserve love. Yes, of course you do. And you already know that. That's why you're trying to prepare yourself. You are calling in your soulmate. There is unrequited love here. There is not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. I don't know. But you are calling in your soulmate. Yes, I see that you're doing that multiple times. You deserve love. You already know that. Like I said, you're trying to prepare yourself, but in new ways. And you need to trust yourself in this process. Trust is going to be essential. And you are learning to experience yourself in a new way. Very strongly so. Your spiritual energy is coming forward before anything else. Okay. So you have kind of put your sexual energy aside. Okay. And I understand why. I see your reasoning. So when I check up on you again, okay, about, again, your birth season, we'll see if you've made some progress. It may not be a continuation. I might see something like this develop further in your general readings. I don't know. But I wish you luck. I understand what you're going through. I respect your process. It's looking like you're respecting your process too. So long as you abide by the rules of what is doing right for you instead of what is not right for you, then you honor yourself. Always. Okay? Capricorn, good luck to you. Not an easy read. Not an easy read. Man, it was complicated for you. This was one of your more complicated ones, I admit that. You might have a fair amount of water in your chart too. Possibly Gemini. That might explain the duality quite a bit. Okay. Capricorn, you put it in the comments as you see fit. Take it easy. Trust yourself. And do you want to emotionally and spiritually develop first as a person so that energy can enter your future relationships? That makes perfect sense. As I often say, we need to meet people where they are. So, if you want to be met first spiritually and emotionally, you yourself have to reflect that same energy. So that would explain then why you're withholding your physical. You can still take pride in who you are. You know, feel free to be that gym rat if that's what helps you. God knows, I'm a gym junkie too. Oh God, I do 20 miles a week. I gotta have it. I'm addicted to my adrenaline rushes. I gotta have that. I get it. I understand physical discipline and how it regulates us as people, our emotions, our bodies. I understand that. So if that works for you, I don't want you to stop that. I want you to continue on with that too. That's my 2 cents. That's not the cards. Okay? Capricorn, you put it in the comments as you see fit. As always, take care. Be well.